Let me preface this by saying I never intentionally mean to bash the Real Real because they really do have some amazing finds. So today I want to unbox for you 4 tops I recently purchased from the Real Real, ranging from very good to excellent to pristine condition. Hello and welcome to A Brief Case of Luxury. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, then welcome back. I'm just going to be doing a voiceover unboxing for this video. I'll show you what I picked up from the Real Real, I'll try them on for you, and I guess just chat. I'll post descriptions of all the items as we go. So I've talked about my views on various pre-loved sites before, namely my experiences with Fashionphile and the Real Real, and I mean, not to dog on the Real Real, I personally do prefer Fashionphile because 1, I don't pay taxes for the state I live. That's probably the biggest contributing factor because that's some significant savings there, and it makes shopping pre-loved such a good alternative to buying direct from the brand. 2, I find their descriptions a lot more informative. 3, I find their pictures a lot better quality, and also just the overall quantity of pictures they provide. I feel like you can really get a good sense of the item. 4, they have a really good return policy when it comes to bags at least. Bags bought from the Real Real are typically final sale and non-returnable. And last, I really do appreciate how Fashionphile does have a really reasonable layaway policy where in essence, you have 60 days to complete the purchase at 0% interest rate. Not that I would recommend buying anything luxury if you don't already have the funds available, but I do find it psychologically and emotionally easier to break apart that large payment instead of dropping one giant lump sum. So yes, while I typically do prefer shopping from Fashionphile, I must admit the prices on the Real Real can oftentimes be a lot better. For instance, I've found really amazing deals on Fendi Peekaboos, Lady Dior's, Hermes Kellys and Birkins, and especially Hermes non-quota bags like the Garden Party and the Roulis. They're sometimes just a fraction of what the same bags in the same condition would cost on Fashionphile. Plus, Fashionphile does not sell designer clothing, which is the focus of this video. Let me also preface this by saying buying any sort of secondhand clothing, which is what this is, pre-loved just sounds fancier, is definitely outside of my comfort zone. But apparently I can be swayed for the right price. So I'm more than okay buying pre-loved bags. I guess I'm venturing into pre-loved clothing right now, but I would still say I still firmly draw the line at shoes though, but who knows, in the future I might change my mind about that too. But as of right now, I really don't feel comfortable wearing someone else's shoes. And I feel the same way about clothes too, yet unlike shoes, I know I can, and I most definitely will, launder them first, maybe even several times. But you know how it is, clothing develops certain smells, textures, depending on your lifestyle and how well you maintain them. It's like getting into someone else's car. It just smells different, you know what I mean? And granted, people will think the same about yours. I'm not necessarily a germaphobe either, but especially if there is pilling or discoloration at the underarm, any musty odors, etc., I really can't. So shopping online for secondhand clothing is a quest all on its own because you don't get to feel it, smell it, you know what I mean. Now, as much as I do prefer the product descriptions on Fashionphile, I do appreciate that on the Real Real, they do provide that type of detailing at times, which is extremely helpful. But I digress. It all started with me wanting to buy the Dior CD Icon men's sweater, which retails for about $890, and while looking at it online, I saw ads for one in very good condition from the Real Real for about $370, which is about 60% off the retail price, and this took me down a rabbit hole. Because it got me thinking. Now, I typically don't gravitate towards designer ready-to-wear for various reasons, mainly being I just don't think the value is there, for me personally. Unlike designer bags and fine jewelry, which have a longer lifespan and higher return on their investment, I objectively can't see that big of a difference in quality or design when it comes to a designer t-shirt, for instance, versus just a well-made t-shirt. So yes, while I've toyed with the idea of venturing into designer ready-to-wear, I just don't think that it's a door I need to open. I guess at the end of the day, this is still me cracking open the door into designer ready-to-wear, but only willing to pay a fraction of the retail price. By now in the video, you can probably tell that these are all extremely casual tops that won't sit too close to my body or my underarms. Again, I know how silly that sounds, but I also picked up items that my husband can potentially wear as well. It just makes a lot more sense for me to buy casual wear where I will get a lot more use out of the items. My husband can get use out of them if he so chooses, versus like one fancy sweater or dress that I may wear once or twice a year. Including $12.85 for shipping and $44.04 for sales tax, I paid a grand total of $630.99 out of an original subtotal of $930. So 4 pieces for about the price of the original CD icon sweater that I wanted. Oh, and PS, the return policy for each item did vary, so be sure to double check their return policy by item. So what do you think? Are you open to pre-loved designer clothing? Why or why not? Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time.